Hey there, Mr. Holcomb here with another episode of the Math Behind the Modules. This is lesson 3. Lesson 3, I can't even talk today. This is lesson 3, interpreting and computing division of a fraction by a fraction, or models. Okay, so classwork opening exercise. Here, what I would like you to do is start the lesson by reviewing how to divide a whole number by a whole number using a model. So take a moment to do this, pause the video, try to do it on your own, and then we'll come back and see how things went. Okay, now that you've come back, you should see how that went. So it says draw a model to represent 12 divided by 3. So if I took a tape diagram and it said that its total length, total volume or area, I should say, is 12, and I divide it into 3 equal pieces. 12 divided by 3, what does each piece equal? It's 4, because 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 4 is 12. Divided by 3 is 4. Create a question or word problem that matches your model. So there's many things you could say. Draw a model represents 12 divided by 3. I could say I have 12 eggs. I'm going to put them into 3 different colored dye bowls with dye in them. Say it's Easter. And I'm going to take 12 eggs and I want to divide it into 3 separate bowls evenly. I would have 4 blue, 4, I don't know, pink, and 4 yellow. Okay? The question would be, if I had 12 eggs and I divided them evenly among 3 bowls, how many eggs would be in each bowl? Example 1. Okay, so now we're going on to example 1. 8/9 divided by 2/9. Write the expression in unit form, then draw a model to solve. So write the equation expression in unit form. Alright, try model. If I draw a model, I want how many squares? The denominator tells me 9. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there's 9 squares. 8/9 represent 8 out of 9 of them being shaded. Just quickly shading these. There's 8/9. So then I'd represent this whole piece as 8/9. And we're going to divide it into 2/9. Divide it by 2/9. 8/9 divided by 2/9. Well, there are there's 4 2's in 8. So this would be 2/9. This is 2/9. This is 2/9. And this is 2/9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And how many of those do we have? How many 2/9 do we have? We have 4. So 8/9 divided by 2/9 equals 8/9 times the reciprocal 9/2. 9's cancel, 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 8 4 times, and we get 4. Okay. Example 2. We have the equivalent denominators of 12s. So I'm going to make a tape diagram of 12 squares. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to shade 9 of them. There's 9 of them. So this whole thing is 12 12s. Like, I'm not worried about the total. I want to just tell you what this portion is, and that is 9 12s. 9 out of 12. And then it says divide that by 3 12s. Well, 3 will go into 9 3 times. So there's one piece of 3 12s. Here's 3 12s. And there's 3 12s. So 9 12s divided by 3 12s. Well, how many 3 12s are there? There are 3 in that. So the answer is 3. Next example, write an expression in unit form and then draw a model to solve. Seven ninths divided by 3 ninths. Here's our model. Break it into ninths. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 of them are shaded. The first number is 7 ninths. There's 4, there's 5, there's 6, there's 7. Okay, we're going to divide that into 3 ninths. Okay, 3 will not go into 7, so there's a 3 ninths. There's a 3 ninths. And there's 3 out of 9. And this was 7 ninths to here. So this piece is one more than what we had 1 3 ninths, we had 2 3 ninths. And then we have this piece remaining. Now if I were to do this mathematically, 7 ninths divided by 3 ninths equals 7 ninths times 9 thirds. Ninths cancel, and I get 7 thirds, or 2 and 1 third. Okay, so these are all thirds. 1 third, 2 thirds, and another third. 3 ninths is the same as 1 third. 1 third, 1 third. Okay, 2 and 1 third. I don't know if I want to talk about that. We'll just leave it as this. 3 ninths. 3 ninths of the total here. 3 ninths of the total, and then another ninth. That's 1, 2, and 1 third of my pieces broken up into thirds. Just look at it. So the answer is 2 and 1 third. Exercise 1 through 6 is now your turn. Write an expression to represent each problem, then draw a model. And I will pause the video. Try these 1 through 6. Come back and we'll discuss them. Okay, this says how many fourths are in 3/4, which means 3/4 divided by 1/4 equals 3/4 times the reciprocal of the other. The 4's cancel, and we get 3 over 1. Another way to look at fractions, I don't know if you've noticed yet or not, but if the denominator is the same, then we just say 3 divided by 1, 3 divided by 1, and the answer is the numerator's divided. The denominator is the same. Now if I were to make a model of this, 3 quarters, so I need quarters. 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4. That whole thing is, this is 3 quarters. Okay, divided by a quarter. In other words, how many quarters are in 3 quarters? And the answer is 3. So 3 quarters divided by a quarter just means how many quarters are in 3 quarters. Alright, again, here's our example. 4/5 divided by 2/5. Remember with the shortcut, now if we have the equal denominators, that's just numerators divided, which equals 2. So if we break this into fifths, 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5. Shade 4/5 of them. There's our 4/5 shaded. And then it says divide by 2/5. So here is 1/5. Here is 2/5. So there's a 2/5. Here's a 2/5. So it's saying how many 2/5 are in 4/5, and there are 2 of them. Okay. Okay. Again, our denominators are the same. So 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Nine quarters. One quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quarters. That is 9 quarters. And we'll divide by 3 quarters. So there's 3 quarters. There's 3 quarters. There's 3 quarters. So here's 4 quarters or 1. Here's 4 quarters or 1, but we don't have another full one, so if I go 3 more, then we have 12 quarters or 3. So 9 quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 quarters. Is up to here. This is 9 out of 12, or 9 quarters. And I can split those up into 3 quarters, and there are 3 3/4 and 9 quarters. That one's a little confusing. Now we have 7/8 divided by 2/8. Our denominators are the same, so it's just simply 7 divided by 2, and that doesn't reduce, but we can represent that as 2. 3. Now if I make a tape diagram, 8s, that means I want 8 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's my 8 squares. I want to shade 7 of them. Okay, so this is 7/8. This is 2/8. This is 2/8. This is 2/8. And this is 2/8. So how many 8s do I have? One. How many 2/8 sections do I have? There's 1 2/8, 2 2/8, 3 2/8, and a half of a 2/8. 3 and 1/2 2/8. All right. 13/10 divided by 2/10. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, 11/10, 12/10, 13/10. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So from here to here is 10/10 of 1. So that's 1 and 3/10 or 13/10. I'm going to divide that by 2/10. So this is 2/10, this is 2/10, and so on. Okay. And then there's a blank one there to make another 2/10. So I was missing. Okay, so if we take 13/10 divided by 2/10, my denominators are the same, so I just divide the numerators. 13 divided by 2 is 13/2 or 6.5. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1/2 of these squares shape. Okay. Next one, 11/9 divided by 3/9. 9's denominators are the same, so I simply do 11 divided by 3, which is 3 2/3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 9s is right here. That's 1. 10 9s, 11 9s, and I have a little too much here, so there is 11 9s. Okay. We're dividing it, so this is 9 9s. We want 11 9s, the whole thing. Okay, so all of these, we're going to divide it by 3 9s. There's 3 9s. This is 3 9s. This is 3 9s. This would be 3 9s if we did have that other square that I just erased. So my answer is 1, 2, 3 3 9s, and then 2/3 of another. 3 and 2/3. Okay, that's the end of lesson 3. Now do your exit ticket, and you get home and do your problem set.